I'm actually really enjoying it. I do see similarities between the books and the TV series, but they are definitely two separate entities. Hi guys, welcome back to Sam's Life with a Husky. This looks really dark for some reason. I'm not quite sure why, but it's fine. We'll see what happens here. That looks a little better. I don't know why that looked so dark at first. Maybe it was just my screen. Anyways, hi. It has been several days. I think it's been at least 5 days since I've recorded, and yeah, it's been rough, man. In preparation for 4th of July, we actually did a last-minute host at my house for the 4th of July, and stressed out just a little bit. I don't like last-minute plans, guys. I don't like them. So, stressed out a little bit about 4th of July. It turned out great. Grandma came to our house. It was just 4 of us, but still, I wasn't planning on hosting it. So, we were all done, and she left by like 7:30 because she wanted to beat the firework traffic going to the parks to watch the fireworks, which she can see from her house. Not as well as 10 years ago because the trees have grown. But she can see the fireworks from her house. And I had to work the next day, so I tried going to bed early on the 4th of July. And that really didn't help. Because this one, who is normally afraid of fireworks, was 100% unfazed this time. And I was comforting the cat, which is odd because I've never known him to be afraid of fireworks. But at the same time, when I think about it, I'm usually not home, or he's hiding in his normal napping spot, so I don't see him reacting to the fireworks. You guys know what I mean? So I had him cuddled in my arms in my bed while I was trying to fall asleep. Every time a firework went off, like a big firework, because we have a neighbor who lives 5 doors down, who has a ton of property behind his house, he puts on a full show every single year. Every single year, a full show. So they're legit right there. So you can leave it. That's nothing. It was a rock. A rock, guys. So until 11:30 at night, they didn't finish until 11:30. It was just a little bit insane. If I still have the picture on my phone, I'll insert it right here. I can't remember if I deleted it or not, but it's him curled up in like the crook of my arm, looking as pitiful as ever. Not Ghost. He was fine, like I said. It was the old man, Mr. Meow, Kiki, who was freaking out. So, but other than that, the 4th was great. I really don't like going to the parks and all the things to see the fireworks anymore. I'm not a huge fan of big crowds nowadays. So I either watch them from my backyard or I go to my grandma's and we watch them from her place because you can see them from her house. So this year I just chose to go to bed early. I've been exhausted. As you guys know, I've been under a lot of stress lately. And when I'm under a lot of stress, I'm extremely tired. So going to bed early is not an issue. My walking has been helping. But in case you're wondering about Ghost, he is doing okay. We haven't needed to get him any pain meds for his mouth. He actually has been relatively okay. He's not pawing at his face. He's not hesitating while eating or drinking. So it might just be an occasional ache that he has, but we're still keeping his appointment for his dental x-rays. So I wanted to tell you guys about that. Today is basically like an update video because I haven't recorded in 5 days. So just checking in with everyone. I actually just finished a book as well. I'm not sure if I told you guys, but I am in the process of reading the Vampire Diaries series, as well as some mental health, as well as personal growth books, which I am struggling to get through those, and we'll discuss why. So, I have watched the Vampire Diaries series, including the originals and legacies, in its entirety. And I enjoyed the TV series. I've rewatched the Vampire Diaries and the originals multiple times. Really don't have a favorite, but I love them all. So I was really interested in reading the books, which is where the TV show originated from. And I am on book 7 in the Return trilogy of the series. And I'm actually really enjoying it. I do see similarities between the books and the TV series, but they are definitely two separate entities. Like, because I watched the TV show first, like, I have those characters in my brain, seeing them, which is fine for Stefan and Damon for the most part. But Elena, Bonnie, and Caroline, they are completely different. Meredith, she was non-existent in the TV series, to my knowledge. I don't remember her at all. We've come across the Cure in the book now. Know where that came from. The Shinochis were not in the TV series. The originals made a minor appearance, but they were killed. So it was an extremely minor. I don't even think they actually showed up. They were just talked about and then said that they were killed. So maybe they'll show up in the future. I don't know. I'm on book 7. The first couple books were much shorter. I think they were only like 6 to 8 hours. Now they're like 15 to 16 hour books. I listen to all of my books. And I listen to my books because of the fact that I am so busy. Guys, I don't have time to sit down and read a book. I mean, as I've told you guys, I'm up at 4:30 in the morning. That's when my alarm goes off. I'm out of bed by 4:45. These are on the days that I work. Even on my days up, I'm usually up by 6 or 6:30 because he's used to going outside to go to the bathroom by 5. So he usually ends up waking me up, which I like. Him waking me up is fine. That's telling me he has to go to the bathroom. I have never punished him for waking me up in the middle of the night. That's not a thing. 9 times out of 10, unless he's on a medication, he doesn't wake me up in the middle of the night. But he'll wake me up in the morning, which is perfectly fine. That is normal. He's supposed to do that, guys. Do you guys punish your dogs for waking you up because they have to actually go to the bathroom? That is a dog toy. There's a dog toy in, oh, I think Ghost is blocking it. Right there in that pile. Come on. Let's go, sir. Dun, 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 dun. Come on. So, come on. My goodness. I'm out of the house, like I was saying. I take care of him. I get my lunch together. I get ready. I'm out of the house by 5:45. So within an hour of being awake, I'm out of the house. That's it. And then I work until 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I come home, wind down for usually about a half an hour. I do something around the house in between then and making dinner. I usually start making dinner around 4:30, sometimes sooner, depending on what I'm cooking. I usually try and eat dinner between 5 and 5:30 because I'm so hungry. And because the last thing I ate was at 1 o'clock. And then I do the dishes for the day. I take him for a walk. I need my exercise. We do all the things. I don't have time to sit down and read a book. So I listen to my books while I do things. And I enjoy it. Not only that, and this is probably the undiagnosed ADHD that I have, which I will be talking to my doctor about getting actually diagnosed, because it's nice to be physically diagnosed and letting your doctors know what's actually wrong with you. But all of my symptoms show that I have adult ADHD. So, anyways, see, squirrel. I was on a train once and it stole my memories. All my thoughts. They're gone. Haha, I remembered. The train brought the thoughts back. So because of my ADHD brain, when I am reading, my brain sometimes will veer off to another subject. My eyes will keep reading. Portion of my brain will keep reading, but I won't absorb any of that content. So, because like many people with ADHD, I have a ton of what I call computer tabs open in my brain at any given time. Usually, I've probably on average from 10 to 15, sometimes 20 different tabs open in my brain at any given time because of everything that I'm going through in my life. And the fact that I'm an overthinker and all the things. So my brain gets sidetracked. So I often have to reread what I've read. Yeah, he's not outside. Notice he looked. It's because that's one of his human friends' houses, and they're not outside today. But I often have to reread what I've read multiple times. But when something is being read to me, I absorb it, and I don't have to go back as often. I do still have to go back on occasion, just like anything. I get distracted, a noise goes off, and that kind of stuff. But with audiobooks, I don't have to re-listen or go back as often. So it really does help me. So that is what I'm reading right now. And like I said, I am struggling with reading these self-help, mental health, better yourself books, but I'm trying to get through them as best I can. So what I've noticed is the longer books are the ones that I'm having the most problem with. So I'm trying to stick to the shorter books, and if I find someone who's reading the books that's just monotone and just talks like this the entire time, I can't freaking do it. Find a better reader for the book. I'm sorry, I can't. Because when there's no energy, when there's no emotion in the reading, I also don't take it in. So that's a whole thing. I've gotten through, I think, one book and a couple chapters of another book. And I do so much better with podcasts, guys. I really do. I'm not sponsored by these guys at all, but the To Be Better podcast, I recommend that podcast to everyone. I actually had a friend of mine who said to me, he goes, it's like you're plugging it in everywhere. It's like, because I'm passionate about it, guys. Like, and to some people, like, I've mentioned it to them a couple times, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll go check it out. And then I'll be like, hey, did you ever check out that podcast? Oh no, I will though. After a while, I stop mentioning it to people because I'm not, I've told you about it. I said it's great. If you're going to check it out, you will. If you're not, no big deal. So, but I've learned a lot about myself from that podcast, and also the Roots and Refuge podcast. They're not a mental health podcast. They are a homestead podcast. But I've still learned a lot. Just listening to people talk and the light bulb goes off, guys. Blows my mind. Stop it. Not okay. Makes me so nervous. I know there's a Mastiff that lives at a house over here. And when I hear the chain link fence shaking, I get a little nervous. Especially when I'm walking away from it. So you guys will see me do this. Sometimes it's because I'm watching what's behind me while I record. It's a safety thing. So if I do that, just know it's because I'm trying to see what's coming. And those people do not have the right fence for that dog. As much as I know that dog is friendly, there could be a day where it decides that it's not friendly. So I'm cautious. I've been charged at way too many times in this neighborhood by other people's dogs because they don't know how to properly contain their dog. It drives me just a little crazy. Just a little bit. Anyways, so that's what I was talking about. I was talking about books and all things and my ADHD and sidetracked. We do that a lot. We get sidetracked. But we are getting our steps in. One of the things I will tell you guys, let me tell you a little bit more about 4th of July. So when I found out that we were hosting the 4th of July, I told my mom, I was like, I want potato salad and I want brownies. And you know what? We'll do some corn on the cob too. But mainly I want brownies and I want potato salad. And my mom's good potato salad. We mix our potato salad with a mayonnaise, apple cider vinegar, and seasoning mixture. And the apple cider vinegar gives it that bite that is so delicious. Like we devour this potato salad in a matter of 2 days. That's how good it is. Guys, that freaking horsefly is back and it's circling me and I hate it. So we had the potato salad. It was so good. I was going to make the brownies, but I was like, you know what? To save stress and to save time, we went to BJ's and we got the BJ's brownies that were already pre-made. They were $8, $9, something like that. Totally worth it. Worth not needing to have the stress. So we were working through the brownies. It's like a pan of 15 mini brownies. They're like 1 inch by 1 inch or something like that, but they're the fudge covered brownies. So they're extra delicious and rich. So you really only need like 1 or 2 of those brownies. And because we had leftovers, you know, I've been making it so I could fit a brownie into my diet every single night until those brownies are gone because I haven't had brownies in 6 months and they were so good. Guys, this diet is very flexible, but when it comes to brownies or donuts, those are very hard to fit in. So when you put them in, it's kind of like a cheat thing where you go over calories for a day because you have one. I haven't had donuts in over 6 months. Yeah, I've been craving donuts. I've been craving garbage plates. If you don't know what a garbage plate is, it is deliciousness. And I've been dying for one. And guess what? Tomorrow is weigh-in. So, we'll see where that goes. Because tomorrow is weigh-in, I'm going to try and fit something in there that I've been craving. That's one thing that I do every month at weigh-in is I fit something into my diet. It doesn't even have to fit in. I'll go over my calories for one day and then be on point the rest of the week. But I don't think I'll be able to do the garbage plate because I am so strapped on cash right now. And garbage plates run about $15 right now, and I don't even have that, to be honest. but I can scrounge up the change in my car and I can go and get a donut, which I've been dying for. Now I just have to decide which donut it's going to be because I haven't had one in 6 months. So you need to pick out that perfect donut because I'm only having one. It'll be a regular full-size like round donut, but it will be a donut because I know I have a whole ton of quarters in my car because I dropped my change in this one spot. So yeah, so be looking forward to a weight loss update coming very shortly. And I have a garden tour coming up for you guys because it is now July, so it's time to do the July garden tour. I have updates for you on my sunflowers and marigolds and cucumbers that I restarted. We have had success, but we have also had not good success. So all of that is coming to you guys very soon. If you have watched this random video of random today, thank you guys so much for watching. We have about 10 minutes left of our walk. We are going to enjoy it and see you guys in that next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Grow the friend family. Bye, guys.